and stuff. And one day last year, I was in class, and this one girl, she did a presentation on this girl named Ruby Bridges. But before she said her name, she kind of just posed this question to me. She was like, imagine if you were living in 1950s, 1960s in the South, and you finally had the opportunity to share, here? All right, cool. You finally had the opportunity to have your daughter desegregate schools. Like your daughter will be the first one, your black daughter will be the first one after the Brown versus Board of Ed decision was made in 1954 or 55, that your daughter will be the first one to do it. Now 5 years has passed since that law has passed, but nothing has changed. And in comes this girl who was the first one to desegregate schools. But when the question was asked to me, she asked me if I would do it with my daughter. And I honestly said no, I wouldn't do it because of just reasons why her dad originally at first didn't want to do it, because she thought that he felt that she wouldn't get taught, that they would just bully her, they'd pick on her, that the teacher would just look at her funny. And that happened and then some. So it turned out that this is a real person, this is Ruby Bridges, so there's a book up here about her as well. And Ruby was basically a civil rights leader in my eyes. She was 6 years old, and she was the first one to be incorporated into these schools. And she went through everything. The teachers wouldn't want to teach her. The families took their kids out of the schools because they said there's no way we're going to have our kids be taught while there's a black child in the classroom. And just everything. The lunch lady said, "I will poison your food." Like she was getting it from all angles, and there was rioters on the outside of the schools protesting that this girl was going to school. So much so that she had to get escorted by the Marshal Service just so she could make it there alive and come back alive. And she just went through everything. But in a way, to me, this had to happen. So that way we could be in a room where we are now, where there's people of all races and backgrounds, and we can all come to museums like this or go to the schools that we go to because of people like Ruby Bridges and her being brave and her whole family being brave. And to even add more to that, her parents lost their jobs, their family lost their land. They couldn't even shop at the supermarkets that they normally shop at. They just lost everything. Everything's just for the sake of us, the sake of everybody to move forward in the right direction. So Ruby Bridges really, really inspired me. She's a civil rights leader. She's still alive to this day, and she writes books like this one right here, and she goes to colleges, and she does a whole lot of cool stuff. Look her up if you ever get the chance. And she's just really great. So she really inspired this song, and if any of the kids can hear me, if any of the parents can hear me, kids, no matter how old or young you are, you guys can do it. You guys can break open doors, you guys can go places where you can go. And it will really help out when you got the parents supporting you as well. Just like in the same way Ruby had her parents supporting her, and it was a battle, it was a real battle. But that door opened up for her, and now ultimately for all of us. So her story is really, really cool to me and inspired me. And yeah, so me as an education major, I'm good doing English. I am not a history buff at all, but her story was just so cool to me. And as a future teacher, I would love to incorporate music and stuff. So this is my way of doing that. So this song is called Strong as Ruby. And I think we can all really look up to her as a really strong individual. And yeah, go ahead, sir. Sounds good. It's gonna turn up in a second. Turn up a little bit. Yeah. Strong as I could be, truly a style slanted. My thoughts metallic, mirroring the finest gemstones and rubies. Thoroughbred, yes, journal and burrowhead until I'm burrowed dead. Even that's been furloughed instead, so I'm on a leave of absence. Walking confidently, knowing that a debt's been paid, yo. I got it made. Ruby showed me that I could walk free and talk free and be equipped by the one who eclipsed my enemy with such fluency, your fluency, consistency. Infinitely MC with the cleanest features, leaving colleagues, all the teachers speechless like like we ain't never seen this. Like Run DMC with Adidas sneakers, running till you're unempty. Soon the fumes will be plenty with jet speed, embedded quickly, precision and gently, like an elephant stampede. If need may be, the next decision you go start in Joe Clark, expeditiously. You can lean on me. I'm a free man with more gains, strong as Ruby, as she walked that lane for us. And so we strong now. We so strong now, so be strong now, cause she was strong. Strong craftsmanship like those Spanish ships that encompass seas. Reversing Columbus, we've used the rotten seeds. Only Christopher that I'll ever perceive as notable was the great one who said it was all a dream. Like the parents of Ruby Bridges, who could have never seen their preteen be the vaccine. Salute to that black queen. She Lauryn Hill that thing. Her dad gleamed, but mom screamed 2 years before Dr. King let freedom ring. Her steps gave her hope in the Pope. She balanced blows with finesse like Elise Robidoux to challenge those by making it to first period, to document periods, prove her mom's words true, that she was no idiot, and impact our lineage without having us experience it. Her dad feared and cheered as history was being made and destroyed for new truth than what we're battling. Her black thought stayed more rooted than Jimmy Fallon, cause she was strong now. And yeah, she's strong now, so be strong now. We're in those books now. We got what we need, so we don't gotta look down, because they should have. We so strong now. And she was strong as the spankings your parents no longer give. Strong as the thought of wondering what happened to all the kids. You know the combo old folks we tell so well. All sound but trying to conjure up why the youth isn't well. And as strong as Ruby was, her mom was the GOAT. She said one of the illest quotes to help instill us hope. It's like when the psalmist wrote to be still and know who you God is. So in comes the modest little gem who marches into a realm with a goal to complete, man. With such confidence and ease, I couldn't believe, man. As white families secede to school and leave, and the parents couldn't shop or do what they please, she stayed strong. Riders sound quieter in their ears. Inside of her was a silencer, suppressed all fears. She had to know what she was doing, accelerating the movement so we can elevate the youth with more truth. So recognize that I'm a proud teacher, strong as the voice of them loud preachers when they don't even need a mic. And that's Christ who I owe my life. But man, I gotta tell you, it's cause of Ruby Bridges. I ain't grew up to be a failure. Yeah, we strong now, and yeah, we strong now. So be strong now. We're in those books now. We got what we need, so we don't gotta look down. So be strong now, and yeah, we strong now. I said we strong now, so we now. So we so strong now, we so strong now, and we strong now. And flex your muscles now, and be strong now. And flex your brain now, and be strong now. Know who you are now, and be strong, and be who you are meant to be. I said be strong now, and flex your muscles now, and be strong now, and flex your brain now, and be strong now. Know who you are now, and be strong, and be who you are meant to be. Thank you.